George Liddard has just defeated Derek Osaze via unanimous decision, 97-93 on one scorecard, then 96-94 on the other two. I think that one was a bit too close, but I think that 97 to 93 was fair overall, in my opinion. It was a good fight. And there were competitive rounds in there. But yeah, 97-93 is the right scorecard, in my opinion. Yeah, I thought Liddard was very good, especially in the earlier to mid rounds. Slowed down as the fight went on, but that's what you're going to get. It's his first 10 rounder. He's 22 years old, so he's still a young guy. He's still, gaining more and more experience. And it's a good win for him, to be fair, Derek Osaze. Denzel Bentley was just coming off a second round win over him. But obviously, Liddard's quite a few levels below Denzel Bentley at this moment in time. But, it's a really good win. It was a good, convincing performance from him in a good fight. And Liddard showed heart throughout. And he showed power, even though he's not a massive KO artist. He's got power in his hands to hurt you and rot you back. And Liddard was very clearly the more powerful puncher than what Osaze was. And that was expected going into the fight, but it did show. And I think, what was able to win Liddard the fight was his accuracy. That was really good tonight. And it was his power that was able to push Derek Osaze back the whole, for quite a bit of the fight, especially in those early to mid rounds. Later on, Osaze kind of came forward nicely and at times put Liddard on the back foot. But I think what Liddard did today, I think his pivots around were very good. Good angle changes after he, finished off his work. He never stood still. Got his combos going, pivoted off. Next one, pretty jittery on the feet, going in again. And yeah, I think it was good from Liddard, the footwork, the pivoting. He was smart with what he was doing, and he was landing big shots. And he is good. He is good at being able to rough you up at times up close. He is good in the pocket. He has got good counters, especially in that 7th, 8th round, I think. But in the later rounds, I think Liddard's counters showed to be better than what they were in those first rounds to mid rounds. Liddard seemed to be the main aggressor there and was putting in the better work. But then, we saw him get even more relaxed as it went on. Even though he wasn't as overly sharp in those later rounds, he was still, he was still fresh in there. He was still comfortable in there, and his counters were good. He let Osaze come forward a few times, let him try and get his work in. Liddard was able to counter him on the way out. At times, though, in those early to mid rounds, when Liddard got his work going, Osaze was able to catch Liddard on the way out at times. So it was good. It was competitive. Osaze was working well. Osaze put in some good work throughout the fight. But at the end of the day, Liddard was landing the bigger punches. He was more accurate. His work was much more cleaner than what Derek Osaze's was. And yeah, George Liddard showed that he was a level above what Derek Osaze is. I would want to see Liddard on the jab a bit more, to be fair. But I think his lead hook is very good. He was able to get some good success with that. I think he's got a good check hook as well that he was also able to get some success with. So, yeah, there's some real positive signs in George Liddard's game. And again, he's still 22 years old. He's still got a while left to go. And I think Eddie Hearn is managing him pretty well. I think this was the perfect fight for Liddard. And it was good to get him in a 10-rounder here as well. And it was good that Liddard got these 10 rounds in 100% because, when you're in your first 10-rounder, it is good to, get those 10 rounds in and really fully show what you're about. And, even though Liddard did slow down a bit, he was never really fully gassed out. You can't really say he was gassed out. He just slowed down a bit. And, that's something that's going to be worked on. And Liddard's only going to get better at that. So I think there's a lot of positives to take out of this performance today from George Liddard. I just want to see the jab a bit more, a possible jab to the body, or for Liddard to work the body a bit more. And I feel like Liddard seems to be a real proper headhunter. I feel like if he worked the body with his hooks as well that he's got in him, I think those hooks from George Liddard to the body could be dangerous if he did them more. So that's ideally what you'd want to see from George Liddard more. But yeah, his hooks are dangerous. The lead hook's dangerous. And yeah, he's very good in the pocket. He's good in the pocket. And he's good at being able to land some good 3-4 punch combinations in there. That's good to see from Liddard. And yeah, I think at times Liddard was also able to read Osaze very well. I think what Osaze did in that fight is he was busy, but I feel like Osaze was pretty wild with some of his work at times when Liddard was coming at him. But, Liddard was able to keep calm, composed. And at times, Osaze was a bit unorthodox in there. But Liddard was able to deal with him pretty well. And yeah, it was definitely convincing. Definitely won the decision convincingly, and it's a big important win for him at this point in his career. So it's all positives from George Liddard to take out of that, without a shadow of a doubt. He's a good, convincing prospect on this next gen show. So that was good to see from Liddard. Anyway, speak to you all in a bit. Thanks for watching.